So thank you very much, John, and all of you for inviting me in this morning. Another kind of question that was posed to me is, how can the Young Man Society assist me and the Society of Jesus as a whole? What can liturgists do for Society of Jesus? First of all, I belong to the same province as Carlos del Valle, who belonged to Young Man Society. I was even his superior after he did his vows in Madrid. We come from the same place. I don't know why he left. Anyway, he was our man in liturgy. Three things. First of all, what we are now doing for the Society of Jesus, you and me, most of them are compulsory things. So we are updating our calendar with decrees. I'll tell you an example. When we saw that the feast of Bellarmine was the 17th of September, and it was the same day of Hildegard of Bingen, we had to ask for a decree to move Hildegard of Bingen to the 18th. Okay, so we got a decree. But 2 weeks after, Dominic's provincial and the provincial from the north of Poland wrote me a letter saying the 18th is right the day when San Stanislaw is celebrated in Poland. So, please, another decree, so as to remove Hildegard of Bingen only in Poland for the 19th. Okay, so we did it. I mean, this is a current work which I do thanks to your initiatives. Another thing, we are submitting for approval of the Dicastery of Divine Worship of the liturgy for the new Blessed. Now, we started in April to submit the Collecta and the second reading for the Breviary of Jenningen. Jenningen is a future Blessed, 16th of July in Germany. But as you know, well, I don't come from liturgy. I mean, so I have to negotiate, I have to deal with the people of the dicastery, because the first time is not the right time. The first proposal is not the right proposal. So this is a kind of deal that lasts some months. Finally, we got it a couple of days ago, and everything will go okay. The updating for recognitio et confirmatio of the dicastery of our new propers of the masses and lectionaries. Now we have 4 to be approved since some months ago: the Croatian, the Polish, the German, and the French. Well, we all have a lot of things to do also in the congregation. I must say we have a very good relationship with the dicastery of divine worship, but work is big, and so sometimes things go slow. Also by my part. And there's a big task now. We are updating our liturgy of the hours. So we are on our way to do it. Please, a bit of patience, because this is a big work. We have to do it in relationship with the dicastery. We have started, but we are on our way. What else can we propose the dicastery? Votive masses on some of our feasts and celebrations. We can propose hymns, special prayers, etc. So please send me your proposals. We can do it. I mean, when I arrived here in 2017, it was not so easy with the dicastery. Now they accept more easily this kind of proposals. But now I ask you, what else do you think I can do for the Society of Jesus in the field of liturgy? Second thing I want to say is formation. As John said, I joined the society in 1978, and I belong to a generation of Jesuits that did not have a good instruction on liturgy. My conversion to liturgy came some years later after my ordination, reading Ratzinger's The Spirit of Liturgy. I started to understand liturgy better after knowing how the liturgical structure of the Mass was built. Times, spaces, words, silences, gestures, gazes, colors, music, garments. At that time, I learned that liturgy was not at all ideological. For instance, if you are well-dressed to say Mass, you are conservative. If you are not, you are progressist. In fact, liturgy had nothing to do with that, or should not. I can share another example. Mass should be spontaneous, one told me. Okay. I also sent him the Spanish version of Denis, an adaptation done by Juan Manuel Martín Moreno. This person didn't like it very much. And he told me, no, there shouldn't be rules for this. And then I asked, okay, but history hasn't had rules, mathematics, literature. Spirituality has its own rules. Discernment has its own rules. Why liturgy shouldn't have it? You know, but typical example of someone of my generation or even older that says, well, this is different. This is relationship with God, so this should go on in a spontaneous way. Unfortunately, these issues continue to play an important role in some people. So my question is, how can this be overcome? So please, my second point, take care of formation and liturgy, especially with scholastics, but also make it wisely and easily for the Jesuits. And the third thing, and last, make liturgy fruitful to the Jesuits, showing the gratuity of God and our relationship to Him. Show us and carry us to God Himself, spending useless time with Him, praising Him, not doing things only for Him, not only doing things for Him or His body, the humanity, but receiving from Him, expecting from Him. As we know, we Jesuits do many things searching always effectiveness. This is good, but it's also a big temptation. And even we do it often with voluntarism and placing ourselves in the center, which is worse. But as we know, fruitfulness is not the same as effectiveness. And there, in order to be fruitful, is the place for prayer, the place for liturgy. As you know, the saints spent so much time with God. So I ask you, as liturgists, don't let our vocation ever be synonymous to action. Deepen our faith with liturgy, maintaining an empty space, a blank space in our lives and in our common vocation for God to occupy it. This is the throne of God, as I read once. If this takes place, everything we do can be referred to God, from whom we expect to receive. This is how you can help to take care religiously of a body, the Jesuits, by linking it with its source. Being linked to God means breathing. We need your lungs to breathe. I think it's the only way to share our life and vocation with others and to evangelize. It's the only way to survive, I think. But again, even if you're excellent professionals, please don't act in a professional way. I think you can understand me. Jesuits are quite sensitive. Thank you.